It sounds so fun. Oh man, that's so fun. Oh my god. We're gonna have a good time.
Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined the street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon. 2011. Came out of there. I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the Hells Angels Clubhouse that was firebombed in Sweden. And we got a lot of other things to talk about. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. We are growing at a fast pace, and I could not be happier. We're almost at 18,000. I appreciate every single one of you. I've been getting a couple donations. Thank you for that. Let me give a shout out. Shout out to Doug. Shout out to Jeff. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Erica, thank you. Let's see here. Mountain Woman, how are you? Thank you for joining me this morning or this afternoon. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for everything you do for this channel. I appreciate you. STMC, how are you? Thank you for joining me this afternoon. So Loud, what's good? North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina. Path Killer, what's going on? Spiders Club, how are you? Sean, what's good? David. JMM, hello. Thank you for joining me. Shout out to Massachusetts AV Network. What's going on? Why do you talk about that rat? Gene Barillo, the rat was talking about Latinos and talking about cheesesteak guy. It's the same story with all. What? What are you even talking about? I've been talking about that loser in a long time. What are you, rat rider? Are you one of those? Paula, how are you? Shout out to South Carolina. Joe Blunts, what's good? Listen, if you're a rat sympathizer, get the hell out of here. We don't need you here. We don't fuck with them rats over here. You can eat a fat one.
Leave him in there. Bobby, put him in the bedroom. Put him in the bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Later. Hey, you can still watch, but now you can't comment. So shout out to you, man. Thanks for doing that. Hey, Wydell, what's going on? Rory, what's good? Thank you for joining me today. Will, how are you? Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. So we got a lot to talk about today. Tons of things are going on. We're going to start this show off with this guy. Man Torches Motorcycle Clubhouse. Now, this is in the U.S. This is down in Florida. The Enforcers Motorcycle Club has been torched. And it's been torched allegedly by this guy. South Florida man torches Motorcycle Club of Enforcers Motorcycle Club. Riviera Beach, Florida. 47-year-old man is facing charges in connection with a suspected arson that occurred earlier this month at a clubhouse for the Enforcers Motorcycle Club in Palm Beach County, authorities announced Monday. According to a spokesman, the Riviera Beach Police Department, The fire occurred around 6 a.m. September 11th at the clubhouse located at 1525 Avenue E. They said that the flames were quickly extinguished by firefighters. The investigators determined that a fire appeared to be an arson case. Detectives from the Florida Bureau of Fire, Arson, and Explosives Investigation and Riviera Beach Police Department Strategic Investigation Division response to the scene. The suspect in the case was eventually identified as Randall Ray Love. Looks like he doesn't have too much love. They said that Love was arrested on the 12th on drug charges in another city. He was later interviewed by detectives from Riviera Beach Police Department at the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office main detention center, where he admitted to the crime. Love now faces 1 count each of second-degree arson, burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, and criminal mischief of property over $1,000. The motive of the alleged arson has not been disclosed. Does anybody know what this motorcycle club is affiliated with? Is it a support club for another club? It must be. I mean, I think I've heard of them one time in the past, but I'm not sure. But that's pretty crazy. Throw your whole life away. He's probably going to get, life in prison down there in Florida. They don't fuck around. They definitely do not fuck around when it comes to these types of serious offenses. So we got to talk about the cheese man. D'Annunzio has passed away. This is the alleged former mob boss for Boston. He has passed away. He's called the Cheese Man because he owns a cheese shop on the North End. I believe it's on the North End. And everyone that I spoke to up in Boston said he was a great guy. I never heard anything bad about the Cheese Man, D'Annunzio. I think one person might have said some bad stuff about him, but from what I hear, he was a good guy. Not much. Was at 81 yesterday. I saw the video. Our big Chris, much love. I'm in the video as well. Send off. One blessing for you putting that up. What video is that? So the Indian Larry's memorial thing. I don't know, what would you call it? Street takeover, like a little it's like an event for Indian Larry that went on this past weekend, and I've seen videos. It looked pretty good. Like, people were burning out, and there was police there. They were even putting the tire of the bike on the police car and burning out, and the cops just sitting there filming it. So that's pretty cool. They got to, have some fun and chill. Staxx, it's called Big Chris Send-Off Video. Uploaded on his channel. I'll take a look at it. 22nd annual, right? Grease Monkeys block party. I was going to go to it, but I had other things I had to do. Big Chris, what, did he pass away? Yeah, that thing's been going on for a while. I remember when Indian Larry passed away. Didn't he pass away on a controlled chaos, you said? He passed away in a motorcycle accident, didn't he? It's called Big Chris Send-Off Video. Put it on his channel. It's in 8 blocks, 14 hours of controlled chaos. But shout out to everybody that was at the Indian Larry's block party. That's what it is, a block party. I want to show you guys this funny video. What do you guys think of this situation? This is crazy. You ready for this? Well, shout out to him. Sending condolences to his family. Let's take a look at this video. This dude's got his kid ratchet strapped to the bike. He ratchet strapped the kid right to him. What do you guys think of this?
It's not what you use ratchet straps for. Pretty sure.
Would you do this? The guy in the video is like, I don't think that's what ratchet straps are for. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? I mean, you don't want the kid falling off. If they really can't hold on to you, what are you supposed to do? Do they have like a car seat that goes on bikes? They might. You know what? They might. I'm going to look into it if they have a car seat that goes on bikes. Because, you know, the kids, sometimes kids are too small to hold on, and they could go flying off the bike. There's a video. I'm going to be doing it sometime this week. It's a guy who was flying down a block, crashes his bike with his girl on the back, right? He gets up. He must have been inebriated or something, because he gets up. He jumps back on his bike and takes off and leaves his girl there. Like, who does that type of shit? I guess he does. But it's pretty wild. Pretty shocked to see that. So there's a lot of different things going on. We're going to talk about, let me get this picture. We're going to talk about the Hells Angels clubhouse in Sweden that was firebombed. Says fire at the Hells Angels site in Gothenburg leads to bomb discovery. A suspected dangerous object has been found and seized after severe fire ravaged a property in Gothenburg that is issued by the motorcycle club, that is used by the motorcycle club. It is about the Hells Angels local guzzling, whatever the hell that means. Suspected dangerous object was found at 10 a.m. on Saturday after the fire was extinguished, news reports said. They write it was a suspected bomb. Police National Bomb Protection was called to the scene around 2:30 p.m. Police write on their website, it cannot be ruled out that this object is live, but it is considered safe to move from the site. What? Cannot be ruled out if the object is live, so how is it safe to move it from the site? And if the place is on fire, why wouldn't they just get rid of the device there? You could see the whole clubhouse is pretty much destroyed. But if they found a device, why wouldn't they just take care of it on the scene? Says the alarm about the fire came in around 3:25. After extinguishing, work will continue throughout Saturday, according to police and press spokesperson. Police have initiated a preliminary investigation into arson. There is no suspect in the case. A dozen people were on the premises when the fire started, but are said to have gotten out of the building, according to rescue services, and no reports of anyone being injured. But this is a pretty serious situation. I mean, who knows? It could be, it's got to be suspicious. I mean, it's kind of a severe blaze, but it's crazy. But I'm pretty sure it says everyone got out okay. What are your thoughts on this situation? And there was a dozen people on the premises when it happened. I wonder if they witnessed what happened. But that's in Sweden. In other countries, there's a lot of major things going on. Before we get into our next story, rest in peace to Sid Haig. Is that how you say it? Haig? He passed away, what was it, 6 years ago? He was a great actor, Captain Spaulding. Very sad. He was a funny dude. Very funny guy. I love all the movies that he's in, that he's a part of. He was a great character. Pretty wild. Hey, Jaman, how are you? Virginia Chaos, Scott, what's going on? How are you? This just happened? Yes. Just happened. The fire? Yeah. Yes, it happened on the 20th. 2 days ago. I don't know if you've seen the picture. Yes. It happened at the Hells Angels Clubhouse in Sweden, and they found a device at the scene. I don't know if you just got here, but this guy down in South Florida firebombed a clubhouse for the Enforcers motorcycle club, and he got caught. He basically confessed to the crime. Remember that other guy down in Florida threw a device at another motorcycle club down there? I mean, what's going on? That's pretty severe to be doing stuff like that. But you guys know in different countries, there's a lot of wild things going on. And we have a crazy story for you guys. Black Power member accused of murdering former gang boss have charges withdrawn. So the murder charge has been withdrawn from the shooting of former gang boss Albert Enoch. Last December, I can't even pronounce this guy's last name. We'll call him W. He's 29 years old. He was charged with murder and spent about 9 months in custody. He watched the hearing in high court in Wellington by audio, visual link from prison. At the end, being told he was free to go. He pleaded not guilty and was due to stand trial early next year. The Crown asked for the charges to be withdrawn. So allegedly he killed a Mongrels mob member. His lawyer said he wanted the charges dismissed. It was later easier to charge him again if the charge was withdrawn. So they're able to bring the case up again if they withdraw the charges. So that's what happened. He was in prison for 9 months. They withdrew the charges and he was released from prison. They said they decided to withdraw the charges, saying it would give his reasons later on. Detective Inspector Haley Ryan said after the hearing that it was a challenging investigation. Police accepted there are currently not enough evidence for the prosecution to go ahead. There are people within the gang scene that hold vital information who have either refused to speak with us or have not been truthful, she said. As loyalties change, it might be these people that tell us what they know. We want to hear from them and we encourage them to come forward, she said. Police will continue to vigorously monitor the activity closely. We will deal firmly with any unlawful activities as a result from charges being withdrawn today. Members of the defendant's family were not in court, but the judge told that they knew what was happening. He reportedly had been the leader of a chapter of Rebels Motorcycle Club at the time of his death. The other man was a member of the Tribesmen's Motorcycle Club. Capon was a member of the Black Power Gang. Not long after Enoka was shot, police said that they had not recovered a firearm believed to have been used. So this is a crazy situation. On the left, I can't even pronounce this name. I'll put the name in here. You guys pronounce it. Here, I'll make a thing, and you guys can, you'll see what his damn name is, because I can't pronounce the damn name. There you go. Chattin, Wipara, Wipurua. I don't know. They got a weird way of pronouncing the name. But on the left, that's him on the left with the tattoos all over his face. He was charged with murdering the guy on the right, Albert Inoka. Charges withdrawn from the court Monday. So the guy on the left was charged with murdering the guy on the right. And there's some wild things that go on out there in these different countries. I mean, well, things just get crazier and crazier. Especially over there. It's kind of like in Australia and places like that. It's kind of like they're living in the 90s of what it used to be like in the U.S. Some pretty severe Slow Ride, what's going on? How are you? Thank you for joining me today. You know, later in the week, we got to do some Twin Outlaw Brotherhood exposing. I got some good videos for you guys. Joe Blunts, how you doing? Seatbelt is better than nothing. He's making sure his kid's safe. Oh, about the ratchet strap? Yeah, definitely. Jimmy Mack, how are you? Mick, what's going on? Those boys in Europe don't play. Definitely don't. They definitely don't. So if you guys aren't aware, we talked a little bit about that guy, Scott, that came onto the news and was telling his story. I ended up interviewing him, and I'm going to be dropping that part of that interview maybe later today. It's exclusive interview. He tells me his whole story. The whole interview is like 3 hours long, so you guys will get to hear his story. A lot of people from the Pagans Motorcycle Club don't do interviews, but I managed to get a few on, so. You just realized he passed away? Holy shit, dude. That was 6 years ago. Volts, how are you? Volts 53, Virginia Chaos, what's going on? Other countries don't have badass twin outlaws, though. You got that right. Hey, they're changing the whole game, they think. They think they're changing the whole damn game. People listen to them, right? Biker clubs and their culture for sure changed a lot. 100%, Scott. The mongrel mob are what they called mongrels in a mob. The bikes are cool, though. Yeah, I don't know. Path Killer. I ain't even going to try. Travis, what's going on? How are you? Thank you guys for joining me. So I'm going to be doing an interview with 518 Choppers. How are you? Shout out to New York. I'm going to be doing a Aiden's ride. What's that? 10, 11, 25. What's that? So things are heating up with the whole Satan's Choice situation. If you guys aren't aware, words are being exchanged online back and forth. Satan's Choice have just absorbed some of the Rock Machine and chapters of the Hells Angels up there in Canada. They are exchanging words with different members from different clubs, and things are getting pretty wild. And I'll be doing a show this week about that whole situation. I haven't even touched on that at all. I was hoping to get Harley on and talk to him, but he ended up doing interviews with other people, but that's fine. I was going to wait for him to come on. I'll reach out to him again and see if I can get him to come on. If not, it is what it is. We're still going to do our thing over here. We get exclusive content. You guys already know that. So, there's an article that says 52 Faces. Fort Worth Motorcycle Club founder devotes his life to raising millions for kids. Brad Clubberhouse, 69, founded the Chula Chasers in the 1990s with a friend, Johnny Ortiz, who died in 2019. The motorcycle club has since raised about $2 million for charities helping children in need. And that's a noble thing, you know. How often do you see motorcycle clubs do things like that? Chad Clubberhouse has spent the past 3 decades trying to change how Fort Worth residents see bikers. He has been around motorcycles practically his whole life, on the road since age 9, wearing Harley-Davidson shirts and heavy rings on each finger. Now 69, the motorcyclist has seen the motorcycle culture evolve over decades, watching gang wars and cultural stigmas come and go. Since 1990, he has been trying to steer it in a new direction. Clubberhouse is the leader of Chula Chasers, a biking club with around 100 active members who are devoted to raising money for charity and spreading positivity. By hosting raffles and affordable barbecues, the club has raised about $2 million for local charities focused on improving children's lives. That's a noble thing. In recent years, the club has given checks for over $100,000 to My Health, My Resource of Tarrant County, or MHMR, a nonprofit providing services for youth and adults with mental health conditions, intellectual and development disabilities, the substance use disorder. Clubberhouse, decades-long devotion is leading his club, a big-hearted bikers, and emphasis on doing charity work, earned him recognition in 52 Faces of Community. I think that's like a newspaper out there. So Fort Worth Reports weekly series highlighting unseen heroes. A lot of bikers that I grew up around were punks and not bikers, he said. They were just redneck punks posing as bikers, because real bikers will help you change your tire. When you have a flat in a parking lot, he'll take his shirt off his back for you. And that's just what they do, he said. Now retired self-employed plumber, Clubberhouse, has seen his share of trouble. He's been in jail. He's been in bar fights. He has been shot and stabbed. He dealt with repercussions of decades of cigarette smoke and heavy drinking. He started the Chula Chases in the early 90s with a friend, Johnny Ortiz, who had died in 2019. At first, the club started more like a joke that they could bike without being affiliated with any gangs. The name itself was meant to be a joke, Clubberhouse said. The Chula is Spanish for cute or pretty. It can be slang for an attractive woman. The club soon participated in North Texas' biggest toy run, a holiday charity event where motorcycles gather to collect toys, resources for families in need. I mean, that's a pretty noble thing that he does. Here, I'll show you guys a picture of him. The Chula Chasers. He said it started as a joke. That's a pretty damn funny name, though. So this is his name's Brad Clubberhouse. He's 69 years old. You can see on that picture up here, it says the Chula Chasers, Fort Worth, Texas. And that's where the Banditos are dealing with a lot of drama, being labeled a gang. They're going to start facing prosecution out there. And we all know that Brandon's involved with that situation. He's out on bond. I will let you know the details on what happens with that situation. It's pretty wild. There's a lot going on. Carney's Ride, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Late, just got back from the gym. Mountain Woman, how are you? Well, thank you guys for joining me today. There's a lot more content on the way. Hap, what's going on? Our thing was Christmas for kids. It's always great when people do things for people less fortunate. I try to do a toy drive every year. Last year, I don't think I did it. People just weren't donating. I'm not gonna, But if you guys donate this year, I will do it. I did it the year before. I took all my money and gave it to kids' toys. One time, the place tried to take them, and they're like, "Oh, we'll distribute them." No. Because you know what happens then. You give them the stuff, and they go through and take what they want. We're not doing that over here. We give it right to the people. Like, I'll get in contact with somebody that's in the shelter, and they can distribute it to the people in there. But I'm not giving it to the people that run the shelter to go through the shit and pick out what they want. Hell no. We give it right to the people. But if you guys want to help out with the toy drive that I'll do this winter, this Christmas, if you donate any money and you want it to go towards the toy drive, let's say you donate it through YouTube or you donate it through Cash App, just write in the box toy drive, and I'll make sure that the money goes there. We used to do motorcycles for kids. Staxx, are you close to Bridgeport? Yes. I'm not far from Bridgeport. So D'Annunzio died. That's pretty wild. He's a Boston underworld. Just lost one of their most endearing figures, Carmine D'Annunzio, widely known as the Big Cheese. The boss of the New England Mafia's Boston patriarchal crime family reportedly died on September 21st, according to multiple sources. Leaves behind a complex legacy rooted in tradition, state corruption charges, whispered alliances, and a reputation for surviving more than his share of law enforcement crackdowns. The member of the patriarchal crime family since the 1990s, D'Annunzio assumed formal leadership in 2017 after the death of longtime boss Peter the Chief Crazy Horse Lamone. For years, he has been a fixture in Massachusetts underworld politics, reputed to be both ruthless in enforcing respect and diplomatic in maintaining old-school mafia traditions. He was known for his ability to survive federal investigation, indictments, prison, betrayals. A man whose nickname, the Big Cheese, spoke to his role in the patriarcha rather than his than a street figure. In 2012, D'Annunzio was arrested and convicted on federal bribery charges connected to a scheme involving state contracts, part of the Big Dig, Massachusetts, notorious tunnel and highway project. So he had his hands in a bunch of different things, and he's been to prison over the years. He was a big dude, too. I think he weighed like 400 pounds at one time, but he ended up losing a lot of weight. Like a real lot of weight, especially towards the end of his life. I hear that he lost tremendous amount of weight, but he used to be pretty big. It's pretty wild that he passed away. He is a staple in Boston. Everybody knows who he is. But shout out to everybody up there in Boston. If you guys don't know, I entered Gigi Michael Marino. I'm the first person to interview him when he got out of prison. I just interviewed him when I went up there. So I'll be dropping that interview probably this week. If you guys want to check that out. The audio isn't the greatest, but I'll go back up there and interview him again soon. There's a lot of content on the way. I'm going to be dropping probably part of this guy's interview tonight. If you guys want to check it out. Let's take a look at a couple clips from the interview.
Once your organization is on a terror watch list in America, warrants are no longer needed. Homeland can have things done in the name of the police, and they can approve it in the name of Homeland Security, which is...
So they don't need a warrant to go and enter your house or search you guys or anything.
Once you're on a terror watch list, they can enter your home as if you're an illegal immigrant. They can come and take anything they want, anytime they want, any recording, any bit of evidence. There's no chain of evidence. There's nothing like that. Homeland went from September 11th, whenever they became a unit, they quickly became the largest budgeted law enforcement organization on the planet.
So don't miss that. It's a long interview. It's pretty good. So if you guys like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up my Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. Every dollar is much appreciated. It goes a long way. Just remember, YouTube takes 30%. So if you donate through Cash App, it helps a lot. Even $1 goes a long way. I put it right back into the show. If you want to tell your story on Chattin with Staxx, just email me at billstaxx2021@gmail.com. There's a lot of great things in the works, and I'll be bringing you guys the best content on YouTube. If you guys like the show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.